I'm Jonas Vingegaard, and welcome to the Cycling Dane.
Jonas Vingegaard has become one of the biggest names in the sport after a dramatic rise since joining the World Tour with Jumbo-Visma in 2019. So today I thought it was a good opportunity to look back at some of his biggest results so far in this young Danish superstar's career. Coming in at number 10, the Angleroo. The first moment we're going to look at was back in 2022 in the Vuelta a España, where Jonas Vingegaard was doing his first Grand Tour and he was selected to help Primož Roglič defend his Vuelta title. On stage 12, Jonas Vingegaard took center stage as he paced the favorites group up the Angleroo and drove a very hard pace that dropped some of the GC contenders. This was an incredible pull by the Dane and was a precursor of what was to come for the Danish star in the making. Primož Roglič even complimented him afterwards for his very strong pull. Coming in at number 9, Coppi Bartali GC win. Next we come to 2021, where Jonas Vingegaard had been given more of a free rein, and in the Coppi Bartali stage race he led the charge for Jumbo-Visma. It didn't take long for him to make his mark on the race as he won on stage 2, outclimbing the field on the Sogliano al Rubicon climb, beating the pre-race favorite Ivan Sosa in the process. He went on to win a sprint as well on stage 4 in San Marino before winning the overall by managing to finish second on the final stage behind fellow Dane Mikkel Honoré. Coming in at number 8, Tour of Poland stage win. In 2029, Jonas Vingegaard shocked the world of cycling by winning on stage 6 of the Tour of Poland after managing to drop both Pavel Sivakov and Jide Hindley on the final climb. But who better to talk about this than Jonas Vingegaard himself?
Yeah, it was really, I would say, unexpected for me because, when I went to Poland, I was going to Tour of Poland for being a helper for Antoine Tolok, and in the morning in the bus they said, okay, Jonas, today you have a free chance or a free role, so you can do what you want. And then I was thinking, okay, maybe if I do a top 10, I would be really happy about that. And then in the end I won the stage, and I couldn't believe it, and it was really, really big for me, and it's just it was a really, really big victory.
Coming in number 7, the Drome Classic win. In 2022, Jonas Vingegaard had more confidence in himself as a rider, and we'll go into why later. But the Jumbo-Visma star attacked from the front and was joined by Juan Ayuso and sealed the win in a strong and mature fashion on the final climb. And this was incidentally also the superstar's first one-day victory. Coming in at number 6, Criterium du Dauphine 2022 Stage 8. The 2022 Criterium du Dauphine was a true Jumbo-Visma show, and on the final stage it was a complete show as Roglič and Vingegaard destroyed everyone, and they later crossed the line together as Jonas Vingegaard won Stage 8, the finale atop the Plateau de Saint-Sisson, with Jonas finishing first and thereby winning his first ASO stage in his career. This was very dramatic and was a precursor to what would happen at the Tour de France that year as well. Coming in at number 5, we have the Tour de France 2021 Stage 17. On the Col de Portet in the 2021 Tour de France, Jonas Vingegaard managed to step up truly in his first final week of a Grand Tour as a contender, as he fought valiantly and very hard to resist the attack and pressure from both Tadej Pogačar and Carapaz, and he ultimately finished second on the climb behind Tadej Pogačar and really showed how strong of a rider Jonas Vingegaard had become. Coming in at number 4, we have the continuation of this duel on stage 18 up the Los Aridot, where once again Jonas Vingegaard managed to be the best of the rest behind the phenomenal Tadej Pogačar, but the Dane managed to ultimately finish second overall in Paris, and it was a sign of things to come for the young Dane. Well, now we come into the final 3 of his moments. There are plenty to choose from. We haven't even included his Tour of Denmark second place in 2019. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all our videos here on the Cycling Dane, and comment down below if there's one that you feel that I missed out as well. Anyway, moving in to number 3, The Tour of Basque Country 2021. The Tour of the Basque Country in 2021 was set for a marvellous battle between the two Slovenian superstars of Tadej Pogačar and Primož Roglič. It certainly did deliver, so much that on the final stage we had a very intriguing encounter between Roglič and Tadej Pogačar. Brandon McNulty was in the leader's jersey. However, Roglič took the race to UAE as he attacked from the front on a descent and thereby got up the road. Tadej Pogačar was caught between teammate loyalty to Brendan McNulty and having the aspiration to win. But it was a young Jonas Vingegaard who was marking every move that Tadej Pogačar made, so much so that he managed to stick with the Slovenian despite the Slovenian doing much of the pulling and shredding the whole group behind him. And in the process, this meant that Jonas Vingegaard, finishing with Tadej Pogačar, actually finished second overall and just demonstrated the sheer power of the young Dane as well. Primož Roglič went on to win it overall for the GC, but this was a very important step from Jonas Vingegaard, managing to stick with Tadej Pogačar and not getting dropped by the Tour de France champion at the time. Coming in at number 2, victory at the Hautacam. The 2022 Tour de France was a special one for Denmark and Jonas Vingegaard for obvious reasons, not just the Grand Depart. But on stage 18, while wearing the yellow jersey, Jonas Vingegaard managed to drop Tadej Pogačar with the help of Wout van Aert after some fantastic riding from the pair, and Jonas Vingegaard went on to solo to the finish and thereby replicated the same iconic win that fellow Dane Bjarne Riis had done in 1996 on the Hautacam in the yellow jersey. Simply amazing. But in the process, Jonas Vingegaard also sealed the polka dot jersey as well. So it was a double whammy for the Dane, winning in yellow and sealing the polka dot jersey. Coming in at number 1, Col de Granon cracking Tadej Pogačar. It seemed like in the early stages of the 2022 Tour de France that the battle was back for Tadej Pogačar, and as we saw them test each other on the Super La Planche, but Tadej Pogačar having the upper hand. However, this procession to another Tadej Pogačar win ended on stage 11, where it was a very aggressive Jumbo-Visma who took the race to the two-time defending champion with the help of Primož Roglič. Vingegaard sensed the weakness from Tadej Pogačar and launched a decisive attack on the final climb of the day with around 5 kilometers to go. The Dane distanced Tadej Pogačar and stormed his way up the mountain and managed to pass leader Warren Barguil as well following the attack by Nairo Quintana. And as he crested the top of the climb, there was all smiles as he had shook the world and all of Denmark was partying into the night. The Jumbo-Visma rider, who was the runner-up in the 2021 edition, took his first ever Grand Tour win after having been second so many times to Tadej Pogačar, with Nairo Quintana finishing second and Romain Bardet in third. However, it was a very bad day for the two-time defending champion as he finished in 7th. Later on, Jonas Vingegaard said, "I think it's really incredible and hard for me to put in words. This is what I've always dreamed of, a win in the Tour de France, and now the yellow jersey. It's incredible." Jonas Vingegaard is certainly a superstar, and he will be a force for Jumbo-Visma and Danish cycling for many years to come. And of course, make sure to check out the interview I did with him back in 2020, where he wasn't a superstar, but a superstar in the making, and the short interview we also had in 2021 on the Cycling Dane Extra. But that's basically it for today. Comment down below what you think of Jonas Vingegaard and what your favorite moment of his career so far has been, and make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with everything that we're doing. And as always, thank you for stopping by and have a nice day.